Hi Cancer, this is your career reading for August 2018. But what I decided to do was do two spreads, one for your career and one for love relationship advice. So up here with the Gilded Tarot, this will be your career and finance reading. And using the Rider-Waite, we're going to look at love and relationships. Whether you're single, in a relationship, apply the messages to how they suit you. Please remember though, it is just a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. So Cancer, starting with your career, up here we do have the Hermit. Now, the thing with the Hermit, the path ahead is not the issue here. The Hermit is reflecting. The Hermit is soul-searching. The Hermit is thinking about maybe, which direction he does want to go in. He needs to find answers to questions, but he can't find them from anyone else. He's got to go within himself. So it's all about you, Cancer, what it is that you want, what's going to bring you happiness. Now, with the past coming through, we've got the Four of Wands here. And the Fours, it can very much be a card and that to do with our foundations. So, maybe we are doing some reflection and soul searching here about our foundations. About what type of career maybe is going to make us feel more secure. Because the Four of Wands, it is about security. Security that makes us feel grounded within our home, and within our place of work. It's a card of feeling at peace. So, an element of reflection here. Now, this could be something that you've been doing for some time, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you're just going to start to think about, reflect on in the month of August. The present, we have the Lovers. Now, we're dealing with career here, so we're not thinking of the Lovers in terms of a personal relationship. But look, maybe for some of you, it could very well be that if you jump ship here, if you decide to leave this job, is it going to impact on the security and the groundedness of your home environment? Because, the Lovers can be a choice and it can be a commitment. So it could be that you might be reflecting and thinking, I'm not happy in my job. Yes, it's okay, but I don't want to be doing this forever. But if I leave this job, it's going to impact on my family or my security in terms of, where I live, my home, the paying of bills. But maybe the Lovers card is asking, is there, because there is a choice that you've got to make aside from the security aspects. It may be asking you to make a choice, asking you how committed you are to what it is that you're getting up to do, to go out to do every day of the week. In your advice, we have the Eight of Cups. So, we've managed to get 8 cups here. That's how I always feel about this 8 cups. For me, it's not always negative. Yes, the Eight of Cups is walking away from something. But the thing is, we managed to get 8 cups. So, if we are considering leaving a job and we are reflecting on it, no wonder we're finding it difficult because, as I said, we managed to get 8 cups. We was almost at that wish fulfillment with 9 cups, almost emotionally content. But there was always the 1 cup missing, and no matter what we've done, no matter what we haven't done, We couldn't get the 1 cup. So something lacking, something missing. Maybe for some of you, it is to do with your security, that you haven't felt secure or grounded within this job. Or maybe there has been a lack of finances. But see, the 8 of Cups is there in your advice because maybe it's asking you again to think carefully here. You managed to get 8 cups. So is this job all bad? And sometimes the 8 of Cups is not permanently walking away. Sometimes it can be a temporary energy. But in your environment, how others are seeing you is the 2 of Swords. So a decision's got to be made here. And you know a decision's got to be made, but you're not going to make that decision now. You're keeping the blindfold on and you're not making the decision now because you need time. The Hermit needs time. He needs time to carefully think about this. Because this decision is going to affect your security. It's going to impact on your home life, whether you're single or not. It's going to impact on your finances, which is going to impact on your foundations, on your security. In your hopes and fears, Knight of Cups. Now, the thing is, when we see the Knight of Cups, especially in a career reading, he's daring us to go and, explore our dreams, to go off and make our dreams a reality, to go off and do something that's going to bring this emotional fulfillment and contentment to us. But there's an element of fear attached here. But see, your outcome card is good. It's the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is often referred to as the apprentice card. Starting something new here. It could be retraining in something. It could be studying something. It could be literally being the apprentice. But needing to put hard work, time and effort into this. For some of you, it may be that you have very, very recently started something new. And maybe you are at a point where you're reflecting if you feel this is right for you. But see, I think the 8 of Pentacles is talking about something new coming through. But you are at this crossroads. Because I think for you, if you start something new, you're going to have to start at the bottom, which could impact on finances, which could put you, down a little bit on the finances because you're starting as that apprentice. You're the newbie, so to speak, and you're going to have to prove yourself and work your way up. Learning something new, possibly learning a whole new trade here. The card you've got at the bottom is the Magician. And the Magician is number 1 in the Major Arcana. And the Magician is about manifesting something, having all the tools and the ingredients at your disposal there. So what is it, Cancer, that you're really wanting to manifest here? Is it job security? Is it an increase in finances? Is it emotional fulfillment? Is it chasing that dream? Right. Positive, not negative there for me on your career. Your outcome is good. We've got the 8 of Pentacles there. Maybe this Hermit is a process of this soul searching, reflecting, is a process you've been through in the very recent weeks, in the past. And after coming out of this, it's now putting you onto a brand new path. The thing is, though, yes, the Eight of Cups can be a card of bringing something to a close because we're walking away from something. But it's in your advice position. So, it's advising you, yes, it could be advising you to walk away from something, yes. But it could also be advising you to think carefully. But nonetheless, a choice has got to be made. Right, so moving on to love. I'm just going to move these cards up slightly in case I get any complaints about not seeing my cards properly. So, the central issue with love and relationships, the Sun card. Fantastic card, the most positive card in the tarot. The Sun card brings growth. It energizes us, rejuvenates us. But the Sun brings clarity. We can start to see something or someone better. Clarity, understanding. The past coming through, the Queen of Swords. So, Cancer, are you involved with an air sign? A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Is this your energy? The Queen of Swords, she uses the sword to speak her truth. She uses the sword to cut through to the truth. She wants clarity and understanding. She's all about getting to the truth, and she uses her logic. She relies upon her logic when making decisions and choices. So, have you been that Queen of Swords in the recent past where you've been wanting clarity, be it within your own thoughts or to do with getting to the truth in regards with somebody else here? Now, in the present, we do have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups can be messages coming through, sometimes unexpected messages, but messages coming through to do with feelings, to do with emotions. But the thing with the Page of Cups is there's an element of immaturity there, an element of emotional immaturity. Is this you, Cancer, that's bordering on some emotional immaturity within a relationship? But see, I feel it's coming from somebody else here. In your advice position, we do have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to something. I'm not reading reversals. So should this card be reversed? Is it advising you that it's time to let go of someone or something here? But if not, then the Four of Pentacles, as I said, is about holding on to something. Maybe holding on to your emotions, not wanting to open up emotionally. As I said, taking on more of the logical approach with the Queen of Swords and not allowing your emotions to get in the way. Maybe the Four of Pentacles is advising you not to let go of this relationship. That this relationship does have potential. In the environment, if I can pick it up, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this can be how others are viewing you. This Knight, it's slow and steady with him. Slow and steady often wins the race. He doesn't rush into things. He takes his time. Is that how your partner or somebody around you is viewing you in this relationship? But the Knight of Pentacles also, it can be somebody coming through offering something. Offering maybe security, stability. But also with the Knight of Pentacles, it can touch on an element of feeling bored. Because the Knight of Pentacles as an energy is that plodding along. Are we just plodding along? Is that how you feel? The Knight of Pentacles also warns us that the grass is not always greener on the other side. You know, are you, or if it's vice versa, is your partner tempted to leave the relationship or tempted to stray outside the relationship if this element of boredom and feeling in a rut has crept into this relationship? Because in your hopes and fears, you've got the Seven of Swords. Now, this can be a card of dishonesty, a card of sneakiness, a card of somebody doing something and hoping they're going to get away with it. Are you the one, Cancer, that's maybe thinking about doing something that is sneaky and hoping you won't get caught? But is this you fearing that your partner's doing something sneaky? Sometimes the Seven of Swords can be a card of sneaking away, of not, you know, telling the other person, just kind of that kind of energy of packing your bags and going, and your partner comes home and finds a note there. Moving down, we've got the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is being at a crossroads. Do I stay where I am? Do I stay in this relationship? Or do I want to go off? Next card. Two of Cups. You know, Two of Cups is more, doesn't always have to be talking about a personal relationship, but in this instance, that's what we're focusing on. So the Two of Cups, where there should be this equal offering of love, friendship, kindness, passion, respect. Are you getting that from this relationship? Again, should this card be reversed, where we're showing that there's not an equal offering of that, where there is difficulties within this relationship, where maybe we have got into a routine where you know, it does feel stale and boring. The next card we've got, and it's a repeating card, is the Two of Swords. And you've got that up here in your career reading. But again, it's needing to make a decision. It can be feeling as though you're between a rock and a hard place. That if you leave this relationship, you know it's going to hurt the other person. It could be having two people to choose between. If we are thinking about, you know, stepping outside the relationship, have you recently met somebody new? Your last card, King of Swords. So again, Cancer, it could be that you are dealing with an air sign here. But if not, it could be that this King of Swords is you. Again, he wants clarity. He wants understanding. He wants the truth. You know, I kind of feel as though I've got mixed feelings here. I kind of feel on one hand that it's you that's bored or feeling fed up within this relationship. But then on the other hand, I feel as though, yes, for some of you, it could be your partner feeling this way. But whichever one of you it is, we're at a crossroads here. And I think the Sun card is very much talking about clarity coming through here. Clarity, you know, in terms of how you're really feeling, or you getting the clarity of how your partner is really feeling. The card you've got at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. Now, this is a card that talks about equal give and take here, where the scales are balanced. I mean, do you feel that you've been doing all the giving? Or Cancer, have you been taking? Because, you know, again, I feel that this is coming up to be questioned here. Something's feeling out of balance. Somebody's not entirely happy here. And somebody's got a decision to make, but it's a decision that's very difficult, and a decision that whichever one of you it is, you know that it could possibly hurt the other person. And maybe that's why that Seven of Swords is there, because maybe you're kind of wishing that you could just sneak away, that you could just go without having to explain your actions, explain your decisions. Because I think somebody's come to the realization here that they're not fulfilled and they're not entirely happy within this relationship. But they're really frightened about hurting the other person. Okay, Cancer, that is your reading. Please remember that the sign that has the most views will get the bonus reading in September. And the bonus reading for August, I'm going to calculate that this weekend, and I will let you know who's going to get the bonus reading in August. Thank you. Take care. Bye.